Okay, since I am halfway through day 5 of, I don't know how long the fast will be, it could just be day 6. But I figure I would talk about what it's been like for the past 5 days. Because people always ask me, James, what's it like fasting for so long?
Nobody ever asks you that.
People ask me that. So, anyway, I'm going to answer the questions. I would have to say mornings are the worst for the most part, especially day 2. That part, your body's still transitioning, going from using glycogen to using ketones, and there's some adjusting. And I don't know what it is, sleeping all night, maybe not having the fluids, going so long between just moving around, whatever. Mornings can be really tough. A couple mornings ago, it was just horrendously awful. But this morning was actually pretty good. It might have been the changes I made. I added salt and some electrolytes right before bed, and maybe that helped. For whatever reason, it was still kind of difficult, but definitely not as bad. And some mornings are okay, but mornings are certainly the worst part. I mean, it can be hard to get out of bed at all. You just want to sleep for an extra 4 or 5 hours. It feels like a hangover. Like, even if you haven't been drinking, you feel hungover. Not the stomach, there's nothing in it, but just the head and the body. It feels like a hangover. But overall, throughout the day, it goes in waves. So, like, there's parts where you feel okay, maybe a little good, and there's parts where you just feel awful, just kind of like really fatigued and tired, out of energy, and you just wanted to stop. And again, I think it's kind of almost in the second day that mainly that happens, but the third and fourth day, they've been a little better. And for most people, of course, hunger is going to be the biggest thing. Like, aren't you starving? Don't you like feel terrible? And I mean, there's always a little bit of an ache, like I could eat type ache, but there's other times where it goes away, like almost entirely, or at least close to that, and it's just kind of weird. But supposedly that is one of the trigger things in your body when you're going into ketosis. Your body tells your stomach you're not hungry, which is weird because it's the opposite of what you think, but maybe it just figures, well, if there's nothing you can do about it, then why keep bugging you? Because maybe you're in a situation where you're shipwrecked or you have no food. I don't know, but it's just a human thing. And I think it gets easier after, again, day 2. When you start fully getting into ketosis, that's probably when the hunger actually diminishes. In fact, I did an 8-day fast where the 8th day I was no hungrier than I was on the first day. And I always try to remember that. And I have seen my weight drop about 5 pounds. It kind of plateaued between yesterday and today, which was kind of like bothersome. I want to see it drop every day. I have goals. There's numbers I want to hit, but I won't. This isn't something you do indefinitely. Fasting like this long should only be do every once in a while, maybe once or twice a year. But there's no reason to do this like all the time. Intermittent fasting, yes, but not this. And it's a wet fast. It's not a dry fast, so I can have fluids. I can have all the water I want, all the coffee I want with just no cream or sugar, all of the tea. But again, no milk, nothing added. And I use diet soda. I know some people hate it or have read bad things about it. There's no definitive evidence, though. But that's just what gets me through the day, that like nice taste and just the sweetness. If I can't eat food, that's the next best thing, I guess. And yeah, that gets me through the day. I used to do those like flavored juices, but those actually, I noticed, have like 5, 10 calories and a little bit of carbs. So if you have 5 or 10 of those a day, you're kind of slowing down the ketosis. I mean, you'll still be in ketosis. That is not enough to get you past the edge, but still, it bothered me. I just want to make this as quick or as efficient as possible. Just get as much fat burning done during this time period. So I don't want things like that just weakening my fat burning. And there are some extra energy supplements. They're legal, maybe not to like, it's sort of like kind of on the edge, on the border. It's not marijuana though. I'll tell you that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's just not for me. But those things. First time I've actually tried it for a fast, and they've made a difference for energy. So I don't know if I would be able to get through it just as easily without that, but that's made a huge difference, and that's actually helped me think I can do a 10-day fast when the time is right. The time's not now. Today is not that day. And the people that ask me why, I say, why do I do this? For one, I like burning fat. If I'm going to do it, I just want to get it over with and just get through it, and then and I can't like change my schedule to go back to what I was doing before because that got me to this place where I just noticed a few extra pounds kind of clinging to the waistline and losing my six pack. And I thought, I don't want that. And the scale goes up. I thought, I don't want that. So that's why I do these things every once in a while. But when I'm done, I do have to go, I have to kind of keep either a calorie deficit or at least a limit. Or go to keto, do keto days where there's absolutely no carbs or within like 20 grams. And those are the two things. Or just keep alternating the fasting. But the other things maybe are a little easier. It's hard to tell, especially when you get to like day 5 and you're feeling great. And I feel like I could keep going to 10 right now, but I got some traveling to do, and I don't want to go to 10. I just don't want it. And I remind myself it's not just about the fat burning. There's the autophagy, there's the stem cell production, there's the gut biome cleaning, which actually can lead to you being happier. So there's a lot that goes on during fasting. It's actually quite beneficial to the body. So it's just odd that, thousands of years ago when people were fasting, it's mainly because they just didn't have food. But now when you fast, it's because you have food and you just want to get all the benefits from it. And that's what I'm doing. So we'll finish up this 5-day fast or 6-day fast. It won't be 10. And then I will consider a longer one later down the line, weeks or months. I don't know. It just has to be a period where I can, go through this. Because there are, down moments too where you just feel terrible. But there's some good moments too where you feel awesome, plenty of energy, like right now. And I'm signing out and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. Cheers.